Turn to the club and you know how we do. Handful of cash and a couple of brews. So many women, so little time. Gotta find a key to make her mine, oh mine. Turn to the club, yeah we do.
Hey guys, Chachi here. It's another week, which means another Chachi Says the Vidcast. Yeah. Couple of things discussed this week. So I downloaded a new software. It's not really new, it's been out for a while. I'd never used it before. Dragon Speak. I discovered that I got tired of typing, so I figured I'd give it a shot, and it is interesting. It doesn't take that long to install, but the setup process is pretty decent. It took me about 20-30 minutes to get through the entire setup process. Basically, you have to sit there and read a book. Not a book, a section of a book. To get it to pick up your nuances and speaking and whatnot. So, and after that, it doesn't really pick you up all that well. Maybe it's the microphone I'm using. I don't know. I found myself having to correct more so than I would if I would be typing it. But I did notice that it is actually helpful. It's helping me speak a lot more clearly and enunciating a lot more. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing I learned this weekend, I can get tired of playing video games. I don't know, maybe it was the mood I was in, maybe it was because I just didn't feel like it. But for the past 2.5 weeks solid, I've been playing video games and blogging about it, obviously, over at chachisays.net. My journey to play 1001 video games, from the book 1001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Died. I went through the index as soon as I got home and opened it, and realized that I had not played that many of the video games. I'd played under 200 of them. And as an avid gamer, I thought that was kind of an insult. So I took it as a challenge to go through and play, at least sit down for a little bit and play 1001 video games. And it started off, I would give myself a time limit, or that was the plan at least. I'd give myself a time limit, and I'd play the game for that amount of time and write a little blurb about it and throw it up on the blog. Well, I found myself sitting down for hours at a time playing these games. And it didn't help that the second section I'm doing is web/MMO games. I started with WoW. That blog post will be up Friday. I played it for 14 hours. Not straight, over a week, but it was one of those things where I couldn't believe it. And the other games, I'm dedicating at least a couple hours to, if they're that intense. And so Saturday, I found myself not wanting to play video games after a certain amount of time. And I was scared. And even some on Sunday, I was a little bit scared. Because I love video games. It's what I do. And apparently I can get sick of it, which I don't like. It's a scary world out there, folks. Scary, 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 scary world. I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, most likely I'm just gonna limit how long I play the games. Obviously, I'm not sitting down to beat all 1001 video games, because that would take a lot longer than this project is already gonna take. So, we'll see how it goes. You can follow along, like I mentioned earlier. It's all being blogged at www.chachisays.net, daily updates. I'm actually in the process of setting up this week's post, because I've learned that if you're blogging about something you like, or something that's consistent, it's a lot easier to schedule these posts. So, Chachi says, Dragon Speak is weird, but helpful, and even as an avid gamer, you can get sick of video games. You can check us out at www.chachisays.net. every day with new content. And this vidcast, if you haven't found it yet, is at chachisays.blip.tv, youtube.com/Mr. Chachi Says, and you can subscribe to us on iTunes as Chachi Says. And be sure to check out all the other awesome stuff that Sorgatron Media puts together. Awesome Cast and what Wrestling Mayhem show on Tuesdays, as well as the Music Fun Time show. So yeah, this is Chachi, and I'll see you guys next week.
Nerds in the club, and you know how we do. Handful of cash and a couple of brews. So many women, so little time. Gotta find a key to make her mine, oh mine. Nerds in the club, yeah, we do it all the time. Watching girls dancing, looking just fine. Your music's playing loud and you ain't gonna stop it. Oh shit, shorty just dropped it. Took a break from the games, and my main band player too did the same. Drinking and dancing, we're gonna do it right. Looking for the next player, take home for the night. No.